My brothers, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. James 1, 2-3. Trials are not accidents, they are divine classrooms. Every storm is a lesson, every hardship a teacher, every tear a seed that will one day bloom into strength. Not only that, but we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope. Romans 5, 3-4. Suffering is not the end. It is the beginning of a transformation. It shapes men into warriors of hope, chiseling away weakness until only resilience remains. Blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial, for when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life. James 1:12. The crown is not given to those who quit, but to those who endure. Joy is not found in escape, but in perseverance. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, works for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. 2 Corinthians 4:17. What feels unbearable today is but a shadow compared to the eternal brilliance waiting for us. Though the fig tree should not blossom, nor fruit be on the vines, yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will take joy in the God of my salvation. Habakkuk 3:17-18. Joy is not tied to harvests or riches. It is anchored in the God who never fails. Rejoice in the Lord always. Again I will say, rejoice. Philippians 4:4. Joy is not a suggestion, it is a command. It is the discipline of the soul, the weapon that defeats despair. Those who sow in tears shall reap with shouts of joy. Psalm 126:5. Tears are not wasted, they water the soil of tomorrow's joy. Consider him who endured from sinners such hostility against himself, so that you may not grow weary or faint-hearted. Hebrews 12:3. Christ's endurance is our compass. His suffering is our map to joy. Even if I am to be poured out as a drink offering upon the sacrificial offering of your faith, I am glad and rejoice with you all. Philippians 2:17. Joy is found in sacrifice and giving even when it costs everything. Rejoice insofar as you share Christ's sufferings, that you may also rejoice and be glad when his glory is revealed. 1 Peter 4:13. Trials are not the grave. They are the doorway to glory. Men, hear this. Joy is not the absence of trials, but the presence of God in them. Trials are the furnace, but joy is the flame that refuses to be extinguished. Lift your head, for the storm is not your enemy, it is your teacher. Let every hardship remind you that you are being refined, not destroyed. Let every tear remind you that joy is coming in the morning. Stand firm, rejoice, and let hope awaken in your spirit. For the God who allows the trial is the same God who promises the triumph. When the world presses you down, remember that the weight is not meant to crush you, but to strengthen your foundation. When darkness surrounds you, remember that joy is not a flicker. It is a fire that burns brighter in the night. When men lose hope, let your joy be the beacon that guides them back. The trials of life are not curses. They are invitations. Invitations to grow deeper, to stand taller, to shine brighter. Joy is not found in the absence of pain, but in the presence of purpose. And your purpose is greater than your pain. So rise, men of faith. Rejoice in the storm, sing in the valley, dance in the fire. For the God who walks with you in trials is the same God who will crown you in triumph. To learn more on God's words and unlocking his promises, like, share, and subscribe to this channel.